Good morning. Oh, full disclaimer. I am in a rental because I hit a large bird a couple of weeks ago and flew into the grill of my vehicle. So mine is in the shop. So this is a loaner, and I didn't want to put a stand on the dashboard of a loaner vehicle, so it's in the console. So that's why I'm looking down at you, which is kind of awkward, and it's probably going to flop around a little bit. It's not steady by any means, so sorry for that. Happy Friday, guys. Oh my God, this weather is amazing. I could stay outside working in my flower beds all day today if I didn't have all day long appointments. So here we go. This is something that to me just always baffles my mind and confuses me. So if those of you that don't know, I have a 17-year-old son and a 21-year-old son who I was very, very, very hard on them their entire lives, had very high expectations for them, never believed in settling, always taught them that you have one life. You have one shot at it. You give it your all, no matter what, every single day, every single time. And so when people ask me about how are my children doing, what are they up to, and when I tell them, my oldest is 21. He's about to graduate from McNeese as an electrical engineer, chemical engineer. He already has a job with Citco, and I'm so proud of him. But he has worked his ass off his entire life to earn it. He's earned every step of the way. And my youngest is 17, and again has worked his ass off his entire life. He's earned a full ride to LSU, and so he will be moving there in the fall. And people say this to me is crazy, and this is my absolute pet peeve. When they find out that my boys are going to be very, very successful, I have no doubt of it, they go, oh, that's awesome. They'll be able to take care of y'all. I don't understand that rationale at all. I didn't raise them to become successful and to be productive members of society and to do all the things to later take care of me. That is not absolutely my train of thought. That's not my, it's crazy to me. They are not responsible for me. They're never going to be responsible for me. I am a very, very, very independent. When there comes a time that we may need assistance because we're just so old and decrepit that we need assistance, we will have assistance because we are saving money all along the way to pay for the care when and if we need it. But they are not going to be responsible for us by any means. We're not expecting them to take care of us when they start making money. That I don't understand. To me, we're not raising our children to be successful with the intent of that they will take care of us later on. Of course they're going to take care of us. I know that. Of course they're going to love us and they're going to give us the things that we need when we need it. But ultimately, they're going to have their own lives. They're going to hopefully be very independent and very much productive members of society. But I do not want them ever to feel like that we are their responsibility at all. So, on another note, I think a lot of people who watch my videos, because I don't generally talk about negative things. Generally, I'm a positive, optimistic person. I believe that any problem can be solved, any issue can be resolved. So I don't air the laundry about the back end of real estate. So, but I think because of that, and maybe I'm wrong, but I think a lot of people believe, possibly, that real estate is easy and that it's just quick, easy money. So I will tell you, if you're thinking about getting to real estate because you believe that it's quick, easy money, or because you just can't think of anything else to do with your life, that's not a reason to get into real estate. I'll tell you why you should get into real estate. Because you love people. Number one, first and foremost, because you love dealing with people. And you believe in human beings. You believe that most people are kind and caring and want to help. And I believe that with all that I have in me. I absolutely believe that. I do not watch the news. If you watch the news, there is nothing on the news but negativity. I wish there was a great news channel, and I'd surely watch that one, because y'all, there are so many amazing, great people in this world, and I love working with them every single day. Every single day, I get to work with people who are thankful, who are hardworking, who are productive members of society, and have a goal in mind, and that's either to buy a house or to sell a house. And I absolutely love dealing with people. So, number one, if you're thinking about getting into real estate, don't do it because you think it's easy. Do it because you love helping people, and you believe that people in general are good. I believe that with all that there is in me. Number two, you have to be, if you're thinking about getting into real estate, you have to be self-motivated. No one is telling me to get up in the morning and get dressed and go to work. No one. So if I don't get up and go to work, that just means I'm not making any money. And I'm not going to get written up for it. I'm not calling in sick to anybody. I don't have personal days to take. None of that. As a realtor, you are self-employed. You are self-contracted. You will probably work under a broker, especially at first. But they're not your boss, and they're not going to make you go to work. They're not going to. So if you want to be a realtor, you have to be self-motivated and driven. Absolutely know that you set your schedule. You determine what you do. I could absolutely stay at home all day and play in my flower beds, which is what I really love to do. I could do that all day long, but I wouldn't make any money doing it at all. So number one, don't go into real estate unless you love people and you love working with people and you love solving problems. Number two, do not go into real estate if you're not self-motivated, if you're not driven, if you're not a problem solver. Real estate, getting something under contract, a monkey can do it. Why? Because when a buyer finds a house that they love, there's nothing you can do to discourage them from getting that house. If a buyer falls in love with the house and they call you up to type up the contract, that's done. It's easy. That part is easy. Getting something under contract is easy. Getting it all the way to the closing table, that's a whole different ballgame. Getting it all the way to the closing table involves getting through inspections. And I'll tell you, I dealt with a realtor a couple of weeks ago, and I wonder if this person ever closes any deals. She was awful to deal with. She sent an inspection report from her buyer. I had the listing, so I represented the seller. Sent an inspection report with 52 items on it for the sellers to fix. That is absolutely insane. That is ridiculous. That is ludicrous. And I wanted to say to her, how many deals have you lost this year? Because that's just dumb. That's dumb. You're buying a used house. So what I say to the sellers and I say to the buyers, absolutely to the sellers, of course, know that when your house goes into contract, the buyer has the right to have it fully inspected from roof to floor, and they are going to find things wrong with the house because it's a used house, right? And even a brand new build, an inspector will find things wrong with it. So from the selling standpoint, it is your job to think about all the things that an inspector could possibly find when they inspect my house, and I will tell them all the things that an inspector is looking for so they can be proactive and fix those things. But when I'm representing the buy side, I'm always going to say to them, you're buying a used house. We're not expecting it to be brand new. There are going to be some things wrong with it. Generally, we might ask for 4, 5, 6 things for the sellers to fix and or to reduce the price if some of those things are major. But 52 items? Y'all, listen, common sense goes a long way. So if you're thinking about getting into real estate and you just don't have a whole lot of good common sense, I say don't go into real estate. Because good common sense goes a long, long, long way. Getting something under contract, a monkey can do it. I'm telling you. Putting a sign in a front yard, a monkey can do it. All the marketing and the advertising and all the money that you spend to get that house sold, that's a whole different ballgame. And there are plenty of realtors out there who put a lockbox on the door, a sign in the front yard, call it a day, and do nothing else. A monkey can do that. And you should not pay a realtor to just do that. Anybody can put a sign in a front yard and a lockbox on a door. It's all the other things that a realtor should be doing to help facilitate the sale of that house, okay? So number one, get into real estate if you absolutely love people and you believe that people are genuinely kind and caring and respectful and all those things. And I tell you, as a realtor, you have the choice to work with people that you like and people that will respect you and people that will be thankful. And I'm telling you, if I get a call from somebody and I can just tell that they're kind of rude or kind of arrogant, which this hardly ever happens, but every once in a while it does. I'll get a call from somebody that's just rude and I can just tell. I'm a very good judge of character. So I'm going to just say to them, no thank you. I'm not working with you. And then I'm going to block them on my phone because I don't want to get another call from them. On my real estate page, I will give you another example. If someone posts something rude or negative or a comment that I don't like, I'm blocking them the first time. You get one shot. It's my page. My page is to help the community and to be a positive influence in helping people buy and sell. So if you have negative things to say or you want to be rude, go find somebody else to deal with. I'm not dealing with you. You get one shot, okay? So real estate, if you love people, you love helping people, and you believe that genuinely most people are great people, get into real estate. Number two, if you're motivated and you are going to be driven and know that there's not a boss telling you what to do every day, get into real estate. Do not get into it because you think it's easy. Number three, if you love solving problems, because I'm telling you, from the minute something gets under contract, getting it all the way to the closing table, you're going to solve a series of problems and issues and problems and issues all along the way. So common sense, common courtesy goes a long way. You want to be someone in the community that people know, like, and trust, because you're going to not only be dealing with buyers and sellers, you're going to be dealing with a whole lot of other realtors. And I would say probably 99% of realtors that I have dealt with are amazing. They're great people. They're hard workers. They have common sense. Every once in a while, there's somebody that I'm just sad that they're a realtor. I'm just sad about it because they're not a nice person, or they're in it. You can always tell when somebody's in it only for the money. Being in real estate is about building relationships with people and doing what's best for your clients. The money's going to come. The money is amazing. The money will only come if you do good by people, because you will have a reputation. People who know, like, and trust you will refer you and will refer you and will refer you. And I talked to a realtor a couple of weeks ago who became a realtor 5 years ago when I did. And he said to me how much money he spends per month on leads, which means you buy leads online. As you find out people are looking for houses, you can pay these companies to send you leads. Listen, if you've been in real estate for 5 years and you are still buying leads, it is because you haven't done a good job for people. Because if you have done a great job for people and people know you, they like you, and they trust you, there is no reason on God's green earth you should be paying for leads. None. Because there should be plenty of business coming from those people who you've worked with in the past. I have closed probably over 300 transactions since I started. I sold my first house 4.5 years ago. And I've closed probably more than 300 transactions. And I can count on one hand, less than one hand, people who may not have been happy. Maybe. Most people, they have a goal in mind. They tell me what their goal is. They tell me how much they want to spend or how much they want to sell for, and I do it. And that's all there is to it, is getting the job done, right? But keeping in mind that the money will come as a realtor. The money will come if you treat people well. You work with what their goal is in mind, not yours. But don't expect to make a whole lot of money your first year unless you're totally different from me, because my first year in real estate I made negative $2,000. Negative $2,000 is what I netted after all expenses, after all the fees, after all the charges. There are so many fees as a real estate agent, and so the first year I made $22,000 in commissions, and my expenses were $24,000. So I netted negative $2,000. Now, I would have never in a million years thought about quitting. I had every single credit card maxed out. My boys barely had a Christmas, but I knew that the money would come if I did good for people. And so every year after that, of course, got better and better and better and better. And it's amazing now. Now, is it easy? No, it is not easy. It is not easy, but it is fun. Every day is totally different. So if you're thinking about getting into real estate and you need a schedule that is the same every day, run. Because it's never the same. Every single day is different. The only thing that is exactly the same for me every single day is my morning routine. And a morning routine for me keeps me mentally sane. Absolutely keeps me mentally sane. So I'm a morning person. I'm probably sleeping at night by 8:30 or 9 o'clock, but I'm up by 5. I get up, I put on my exercise clothes, I go outside and I exercise for about an hour, I journal, I thank God for all the things that are in my life that I'm so thankful and grateful for. I have my coffee, and then I go take a shower and I get ready for the day. So every single morning is exactly the same, but every single day is different because every situation is different with the listing. Every buyer's needs are different, so every day is different, and I love that because I'm not bored. I'm not an office person, so I never go to an office. I do go to offices for trainings because I love learning new things, but I do not have to go. Nobody is making me report to an office ever. So anyway, if y'all are thinking about getting into real estate, don't do it because you think it's easy, okay? Give me a call if you're interested in becoming a realtor. I'd love to have a conversation with you. And give me a call if you are not happy with your current brokerage. I switched to Real Broker in January. It is the absolute best, smartest decision I've ever made in my whole life, financially. And one huge perk. So with my old brokerage, every single time I had a closing, I had to physically bring an actual real check to my broker so that they can then deposit the money and pay me. Every single time. And that's all the way in Lafayette. So many times I had closings in Iota, Crowley, Eunice, Lake Charles. I had to physically take the check to my office and then they would pay me after that. Y'all. So this company, I get the check from the attorney at closing. It's made out to Real Broker LLC because I'm a realtor that works under a broker. I upload it to our app and I am paid literally within 24 hours. It is so amazing. I'm saving so much money on travel and time and gas and all the things. That right there pays for itself. So if you're thinking about it, you have questions, remember there are no stupid questions at all. There are no stupid questions about anything real estate related, or just anything personal that you have questions about. Give me a call. I love to talk to people. I love meeting new people.